Hello, my name's Les Miller, and I'm the author of Northern Light, a new book from Novalis. And I would like to talk to you today about how Northern Light can help us to nurture hope in this time of pandemic. Northern Light was my attempt to look at a Canadian spirituality, to look at our landscape, to find the sacred patterns that are present in our country, to go from west to east to north, to look at those sacred places, those thin places, those places where we feel very close to God, and look at the patterns that are woven through the country. The book consists of prayers and reflections, as well as accompanying photographs to evoke the spiritual layer of Canada. In this short video, I want to look at some of the themes that I found in the Northern Light project that brought hope to me, particularly during this difficult time of pandemic, a time of fear, and a time of isolation. Many times in this strange year, I've taken to the woods for my own balance, peace, and sanity. The Japanese call this process Shinrin Yuku, or forest bathing. These times I enter the woods because I'm lost and out of balance, and I'm searching for healing. I tried to capture this in the prayer, Vancouver Island, Western Red Cedars. Let this prayer rise to the heavens from this grove of red cedars. Let us contemplate these damp green steeples pointing skyward to the clouds leading us from the fixed to the fluid. Let our dreams and horizons be also lifted higher. Let these prayers wing skyward, carried in the song of the buried thrush. Let the choir of wind and raindrops sing of gratitude and peace. Let our feet follow our eyes, to walk on paths to the higher tops where vision is clear. And when I'm in my lowland city, remind me of the cedar grove and the reach upward, to draw me toward you as a child to a parent. And when you are found, when you are healed, you move to the flow. The terrain dictates your steps. You walk in harmony with the path. In contrast, our communities and workplaces make it hard to feel the flow of creation. Surfaces are level and straight, unyielding, ringing with the sound of machines. The air is still. Outside, in the forest, the flow of creation's forces are around us. If we are tuned to recognize the presence of God in creation, then the forest becomes our chapel and we are healed. During the preparation of Northern Light, I went to many places across the country to photograph what I had written about. And these I consider to be thin places, places where the distance between myself and the divine was very small, very thin. Sacramental places, if you wish. We can go out into the woods to find our spiritual directors. These are examples from nature that talk to us of resilience. They talk to us of hope. They talk to us of resurrection as well. These examples of resilience are all around. Think of a salmon desperately swimming upstream against the flow, over obstacles, over dams, over rocks. Think of the spring wildflower blooming again and again, pushing its way through the leaf mold to bloom upwards. Think also of the incredible migration patterns of butterflies such as the monarch and the birds flying south for the winter. We can celebrate this resilience. This I try to do in Forest Floor Gospel. Standing in the forest chapel, I cross myself 3 times to ponder this sacred space. There's a choir of blue jays flitting among the hemlocks, Dappled sunlight plays on the maidenhair fern pathside. Then the stump and sapling of yellow birch, a forest floor gospel. Old tree dying yet nurturing, fragile shoot yearning for light while rooting down through fiber turning to soil. Is this a new tree or ancient life resurrecting yet again? As I decay into soil, I wonder, what nurture can I be to a sapling? In this dripping western red cedar grove, I contemplate the sacred wisdom of this place, the lattice of life, the benediction of raindrops, the incense of cedars, the green grace of ferns, the whispered Amen. Walking in beauty restores the soul. It's a path of connection to God. And we know that God is the truly beautiful, and that when we are in beauty, we are close to God. In the Book of Wisdom we read, "For from the greatness and beauty of created things comes a corresponding perception of their Creator." By drawing close to created things, we draw close to their Creator, who is our healer. Beauty is also a corrective to the basic exploitative mindset that has caused such ecological ruin in our world. Pope Francis wrote, "If we approach nature and the environment without this openness to awe and wonder, if we no longer speak the language of fraternity and beauty in our relationship with the world, our attitude will be that of masters, consumers, ruthless exploiters, unable to set limits on their immediate needs." Being among creation stimulates the imagination. The basic question that drove me during the Northern Light project was, where is God in this particular landscape? And I drew on ways of thinking that came from indigenous people and also from our own tradition as Catholics. Where is the liturgy in the wildness? Where are our sacred places? In this vein, I wrote Canadian Cathedral. Let us enter by the western door, through the coastal ranges, between soaring spires. Let us genuflect in the prairie nave and proceed up the Trans-Canada Isle to pray in the left-hand transept under northern lights, to look south into the stained-glass Toronto towers, to the altar set between the chapels of St. Lawrence and St. Joseph, to the eastern apse of Cape Breton Highlands and Gorosmorn. God bless this sacred space and consecrate all within to your service. In this age of anxiety, in this age of doubt, this age of fear, where do we look for our strength? Let's follow the gaze of Jesus, who in his own difficult time asked his followers to consider the lilies. Well, lilies aren't in bloom right now, but maybe we should look at the maple tree. Maple tree prayer. Loving God, let us grow toward you, like saplings rising above the forest floor, like maple trees raising branches heavenward. May we raise our lives ever upward toward you. May our seeds bearing new life spread out like gospels bearing your truth. May our leaves bring dignity and beauty even in our decline. May our rebirths every spring echo your Easter promise, bringing sweetness to a sour world. May God bless you and your families in this difficult time. May you feel God's love wrapped around you. If you want to explore more insights in Northern Light, there are online resources at the Novalis website, as well as my own website at lesmiller.ca.